Students, in our previous class, we have finished till when the sprite clicked block. Now, today, we are going to start from page number 90 when backdrop switches to backdrop 1 or backdrop 2 block. Okay, let's start. When this block is used, the code is activated as soon as the background changes to the specified backdrop. We use this block when we want to show a new scene and add different characters related to it. We can add new sprites that will show when the backdrop changes. Okay, let's open Scratch program. We have to wait until it opens. Okay, as you can see, it is opening. Okay. When backdrop switch to backdrop 1 or 2, here, this block, okay. When backdrop switches to backdrop 1. In this case, we don't have any backdrop. That's why it is showing only one backdrop. To choose a backdrop, we already knew our previous chapter. We have to click on choose a backdrop. Then you have to click the backdrop. Okay. So again, we can click another backdrop. So in this way, we can change the backdrop. Okay. And by using this backdrop, we can change backdrop by anyone. For example, any one of these backdrops that I have already shown. Okay, as I am adding one after one backdrops, this block also shows these three backdrops. Okay, for example, now it's showing only three backdrops. If I add another backdrop, then you can see that here another backdrop is added. So you can say that when backdrop switches to backdrop 1 by clicking blue sky or desert. Okay, so this way we can change the backdrops. Now when loudness greater than 10 block, when loudness greater than 10 block, this block starts the script below it. When a value means loudness or timer is greater than the specified numerical input, figure 7.7 tells the sprite to move only if the timer is greater than 4, that is after 4 seconds. So let's see when the timer when loudness, let's see where is when loudness here. Okay, yes, when loudness, you have to change it. You have to put timer here, move, now motion block. So by this way we can add another command block with the when timer is greater than 10. It means it particularly if the timer is greater than 10, then backdrop will be changed to desert. Okay. Now broadcast message and when I receive message blocks. Broadcast message block sends a broadcast or message throughout the whole Scratch program, whereas when I receive message block receives a broadcast and accordingly run the required script. Page number 91. Both these blocks are always used along with each other. Broadcast message one block is usually used to start a new event altogether. Any sprite or script which receives the specified broadcast message will invoke the when I receive message block. In figure 7.8, the sprite will keep changing the costume whenever it is clicked. That is, once it receives the message one. Message name in broadcast can be changed by clicking the new message option. A dialog box appears in which the message of our choice can be added. Now, broadcast message one and wait block. This block is similar to broadcast message one block, except that each broadcast waits until entire script activated the broadcast ends, whereas broadcast message one block will restart the script in case it is activated again without waiting for the script to running. Let's see. So where is broadcast message given? Hit broadcast message one, broadcast message one, and wait. To change the message, we have to click on the message one and we have to click on new message. Then we can type anything. Okay. So in this way, you can change the message. Okay. Now, students, control blocks. Control blocks are important components in Scratch as they make the code very efficient. As the name suggests, these blocks let us control the other blocks in our code. Using a control block, we can add loops, conditions, and pauses in our code. There is a total of 11 blocks in it, and all are orange in color. The most used block from the category is wait for seconds block. Let us learn about some control blocks. Let's see where is control blocks. Here, control blocks. By clicking on the control blocks, there are all the control block options appear. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So here are the control blocks. And the most important block is wait for dash seconds. Okay, you can change the numerical here. Open page number 92. Wait for second blocks. This block pauses the script for a specified number of seconds. The seconds can also be written in decimals. This block is used when we need to pause the script for some time. It can be used when two or more sprites are having a conversation to avoid an overlap of what each sprite says. Okay, for example, here is one sprite, then there is another sprite. Okay, and if they both are talking with each other, then we have to code accordingly. Yes or no? So when green flag is clicked, wait for 3 seconds. Think block. Next again. When green flag is clicked, wait for 1 second. $90. Let's see what happens. Similarly, yes or not? So we can communicate to we can use wait block to avoid overlapping between two sprites. Now students, repeat block. The block used within this block are run repeatedly for specified number of times before moving to the next code block. The code will change the color of the sprite 10 times before saying hello. So if we are going to create this way, okay, how we are going to do it? When green flag is clicked, now control, drag, repeat, put it here. Now change color effect by looks. Okay, change color effect by, we have to drag the new blocks between the repeat. Okay, then control, wait for 2 seconds, say hello, say hello for 2 seconds. Let's see what happens. As you can see, the color of the sprite changes automatically, and at last it say hello. Let's see again. As you can see, the face color of the sprite is changing, and at last it will say hello. Wait for that. Yes, it happened. Now students, forever block, page number 93. As the name suggests, the block within this block run infinitely. They do not stop unless someone uses stop block sign or stop all block. Due to this block has no bump at the bottom. So forever means the sprite will repeat whatever it is commanded to do till we have stop it. Okay, until that it will repeat it. So when green flag is clicked, events, when green flag is clicked, control, we have to drag forever, change color effect by, change color effect by 5 and wait for 1 second. We have to change the sprite. Let's change the sprite. Okay. Uh, let us put dog here. When green flag is clicked, drag forever, change the color by 5. Wait for 1 second. Let's see what happens. As you can see, the color of this dog is changing forever. Okay, in every 1 second. It will not stop until I click on the stop block here. Stop block. Okay. Okay. If I click it, then it will stop. Otherwise, it will run forever. Now stop all block. This block is used to stop running the code. It is mostly used to stop a forever block, but can also be used outside to the end of the project. It has 3 options that can be used to either stop all script, one particular script, or other scripts running in that sprite. This block is mostly used while coding a game. For example, stop running the code once the number of lives is over or all levels are complete. Now open page number 94. If then block. When this block is used, if the condition is true, the script inside the block will run first and then the script outside the block will continue. If the condition is false, the code inside the block will be ignored and the script will move on. The condition is specified using one of the sensing blocks. This block is used for comparing values, checking conditions, controlling keys, and so forth. This is another way to make the arrow key work on Scratch. Remember, the condition is checked only once. Thus, it is recommended that this block should be put in a forever block when it is meant to control keys. Student, we will learn till this chapter, this position. Okay.